this couldn't happen again.
Hey guys, it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, you guys are going to be reading One True Loves with me. I have been dying to read this book for the longest. I'm literally so excited. Everyone loves this author, loves the book, so I'm very excited. I'm hoping this is hoping it's a 5-star read, if I'm being honest. I'm hoping this video isn't long. This is going to be a spoiler video, so if you haven't read this book, I suggest not watching this video until after you read it, or if you don't care about spoilers, then just watch the video. But just to let you guys know, I'm not going to be holding back because I did that for Every Summer After and then had the spoilers at the end, and honestly it took me so long to edit that video. It was very stressful. So we're gonna do something different, see how it goes, and yeah, so let's start. So I already read the first chapter, how it starts off, and honestly it's so cute and wholesome how she talks about the family and Sam. I already like Sam, such a cutie, and she said that he's funny, he's truly funny. And then it said, after Sam and I started dating, I noticed my laugh lines were getting deeper. That is so cute. That is my goal in life. So yeah, I'm going to keep reading. Oh, and the husband that died already called her, so in the first chapter, and now we're going back to when them two were together. So it says before, so this is going to be interesting. Okay, so I've been reading a bit now. I can't tell you what chapter I'm on because it doesn't have chapter numbers. I just finished page 57, so I guess I'll just keep you updated by that. But it is so cute. I'm obsessed with Jessie and Emma. Can I also say I love that her name is Emma? I'm living the main character in this book. They're just so cute, and I love their banter. They go back and forth. Right now they just got caught on underage drinking, so they go to jail together. He's talking about how he thought she had a crush on him, and she's like, what? No, I didn't. And then she ends up admitting okay, freshman year I did have a crush on you. She goes, yeah, but it's over. He goes, why is it over? And she goes, because you were with Carolyn and I barely knew you. And he goes, I'm not with Carolyn and you know me now. She goes, what are you saying? And he goes, why don't you have a thing for me now? And then she goes, why don't you have a thing for me now? And they just go back and forth so much that it's it's so cute. I love it. But yeah, I love it so far. I am going to put it down for right now because I do need a shower. But I think I want to get further in because so far I'm really liking the book. Okay, so I just finished the whole first part of the book where it talks about Emma and Jessie. I literally finished that whole thing right now, so I stopped where it starts with Emma and Sam. It's so sad because kind of build this attachment of them being together, Emma and Jessie, and they're so cute, and it's so cute to see her basically manifest this man that she had a crush on, and then he just dies, and it's just so sad seeing her grieve. But yeah, I highlighted some things, not a lot, I think just 3 things maybe. So I highlighted where she's talking about her and Olive's friendship, that she says, no one else could make me laugh like she did, so my oldest friend remained my best friend despite however many mouths kept us apart, and it was for that reason that I made her my maid of honor. Because she's talking about how they were long distance and they still stayed friends, and it just made me so sad because I started thinking about me and my friends when we go to college, we better stay friends. And then I also highlighted when she's telling Jessie, I'll love you until we're so old we can barely walk on our own and we have to get walkers and put those cut up yellow tennis balls on them. That is so cute. And then I also highlighted when he's leaving the day before their anniversary, before he dies, and he says, I love you more than anyone has ever loved anyone in the history of the world. Are you kidding me? And then he literally just disappears. So sad. So I got 80 pages in, not that bad. I'm going to continue reading tomorrow because it's currently 11. But yeah, really enjoying the book so far. Hi guys, so it's the next day and I'm ready to continue reading. Yeah, let's go. It's Thursday, 4:48, and I'm ready to get my reading on. Let's go. Okay, that first chapter I read right now, after it says Emma and Sam are how to put yourself back together, that first chapter I just finished reading it. That was like, wow. Like, I felt that. Because she's talking like to me. Like, she's saying you. Like, this whole thing. Like, I feel like I'm Emma. Like, I am Emma. But like, I feel like I'm Emma Blair, like in the book. Like, I felt everything she was feeling. That was amazing. I'm gonna keep reading, but that was just so good. I had to stop and say something because I was like feeling that. Like, I did not stop. I finished that chapter so quick. Let me tell you how I literally just yelled into the book. I literally went because I just love Sam, and I'm so scared for what's gonna happen for the rest of this book. You don't get it. Oh my god, I can't. I literally have goosebumps right now. Because he's talking about like the girl that broke his heart, and he's like, oh, we grew apart. And then he goes, I think it's a good sign though that I was crazy about you at 16 and I'm still crazy about you now. God, I just can't. That needs to get highlighted. I also highlighted where it says, Sam's listened as if I was the most fascinating woman in the universe, and I realized how long it had been since someone listened to me like that. Oh my god. I just want to be the main character in a romance novel. Like, I'm literally the main character in like a reality TV show, and it's not giving. Like, I don't really like it, you know? Like, I'm not living for this drama in my life. I just want to be the main character in a romance novel, not in a drama reality. Like, no. Please and thank you. Okay, I'm going to read these next 2 chapters that come before this. So, let's keep going. Oh my god, I can't deal. I still have this next chapter left before I get to the next part, but I just love Sam. Like, he's just so understanding, and you could tell how much he loves her, because it's like, oh, like, just wow. Oh my god, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. Okay, so I just finished that last chapter before it gets to that, and I'm so scared. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I just don't know. Like, she can't leave Sam, but then again, it's like she can't leave Jesse. Like, I just don't know. I have a feeling she's gonna go back to Jesse, but it's also like, she can't. There's just no way. There's just no way. So things I highlighted in the last, this last chapter was him saying, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I always have. You and I, we fit like the gears of a machine, like interlocking pieces that join together effortlessly, turning in tandem, perfectly in sync. Like, are you kidding me? Like, he's not real. He isn't real, and that's the issue. We need real men like this. Cries. I can't. That's where I'm gonna stop for right now. I'm going to get in the shower. I don't know if I'm gonna read after or not, but so good so far. Hi guys. So it is now Friday. It is currently 7 o'clock, and I am ready to keep reading. Where I left off was where it says after both, which is, I'm guessing both means Jesse and Sam, or how to put everything you love at risk. So let's get started. Okay, not much to say on that first chapter I just read because it was really short, but I did highlight or like annotate 2 things. I highlighted I'd glue myself to him if I could, talking about Sam and her, and then basically he's showering and then she gets in with him and he's like, I'm just tell you one thing, don't stay with me. If you want to be with him, don't do that to me. And then I underlined, you don't tie yourself to something unless you're scared you might float away, because that's facts. And that's just so deep. I had to underline it because that's like scary. Like, I'm scared for her. I don't know what she's gonna do for real. But anyway, I'm gonna keep reading. So I just got to this like very short chapter here where he lands and he comes out of this like personal airplane that he's in. I don't know. I just felt like I needed to pop in here and say that I'm so scared. I feel like I'm more scared than her. Like, this is probably so awkward for her. Like, you thought someone was dead for 3 years and then he just, oh, I'm not dead. Like, what? And I forgot his parents like kind of don't like her. Like, they didn't like her when her and Jesse first got married. They're like, oh, like, we need to make him feel safe because we don't know how he's gonna be feeling. And so the mom was like, so we decided like we shouldn't tell him that you're like engaged, that you moved on. She's like, oh, you can tell him if you want. I just don't know if he could handle finding out you were already engaged to someone. And then Emma is thinking like, it's the already that bothers me. The already nested firmly in the sentence as if it's right at home between you are and engaged. And then she says, you don't need to make me feel guilty. I feel plenty guilty all on my own. Period. You tell her. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Highlighting right now because are you kidding? First thing he says when he sees her, besides hi, is you are a sight for sore eyes. Are you kidding? Like, oh my god. I just can't. Oh crap. Is she just forgetting about Sam right now? She said, because it has been him my whole life. It has always been him. How have I spent all of my time forgetting who I am and who I love? You love Sam. Oh my god. It's just like you think she's wrong for like still loving Jesse, but like none of us could actually judge. None of us have ever been in that situation. Well, I don't know. I have never been in that situation. So like I can't tell you if her feelings are right or not. Whatever. I'm gonna keep going. Oh my god. She just said I love you to him. She was like, and now I can tell him. I can just open my eyes and say it and he will hear it and he will know. I love you, I say. I say it because I mean it right now, but I also say it for every single time I couldn't say it then. He looks at me and he smiles a deep and peaceful smile. I love you too. It all hurts so bad and feels so good that I'd swear my heart is bleeding. I can't. So I just finished like when he really lands and when they have like their first full conversation. They're in like her car. This is hard. Like this must be so hard for her. Like I can't even imagine. I can't really even imagine. So some highlights of this last chapter I read is like when he lands, he's basically like, oh, like let's get out of here. Like he wants to be with her. He doesn't even want to be with his family. Like he wants to be with her and whatever. They're in her car. She's driving and he's like, where are we going? She says, I don't know. And then I highlighted where he says, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you forever. Then he tells her like his whole story, like what happened with him. And then he's like, okay, tell me everything about you. And then first thing she says is, I'm engaged. And he's like, oh, like at least you're not married. And then I highlighted where he says down here, I'm saying that I have spent the last 3.5 years of my life hoping with everything I have in me to see you again. And if you think that you being engaged to someone else is going to stop me from putting our life back together, you've lost your goddamn mind. This is gonna be a roller coaster, these next chapters. Then he says here, which I like did that because it was like too much to highlight. And he says, but I'm home now, and what drove me to get home, what kept me going was you, was coming home to you, was coming back to the life that we had planned. I want that life back, and I'm not gonna let the decisions that you made when you thought I was gone affect how I feel about you now. I love you, Emma. I've always loved you. I never stopped loving you. I'm incapable of it. I'm incapable of loving anyone but you. So I absolve you of anything that happened while I was gone, and it's now our time to put everything back together the way it was. Wow. I also highlighted where she's thinking, right now I want nothing but to revel in this love with Jesse. And before that, I also underlined like just the last two sentences, but this whole paragraph is like amazing. Like it really, I felt something in my chest. So this whole paragraph says, there's other love out there for me, but it's different. It isn't this exact love. It's better and it's worse. But I guess that's sort of the point of love between two people. You can't recreate it. Every time you love everyone you love, the love is different. You're different in it. And that's like, wow. Like that is so true. It just really like, it makes you think. It's just so good. And then last thing this chapter talks about is them planning on going out for breakfast. And he says, great, it's a date. A date? Oh my. I have to keep going. I have to. I just finished reading that incredibly long chapter of where she gets back home to Sam. Oh my god. It was just so much. And I just feel so bad for Sam. But also Sam is just so mature. But like, I get him. Like, you think he's like a bad person for saying like, I know this isn't your fault. You loved him and then you lost him and you loved me and now he's back and you didn't do anything wrong, but I'm so mad at you. And like, it makes so much sense. It's like, you really can't blame her, but it's like, of course you're gonna be mad at her. Like, you want her to stay with you. It's just like, it's just a crazy situation to be in. She basically like gets back home. He's like shaking, trying to act normal. I highlighted that in blue because that's so sad. It says Sam's hands are shaking ever so slightly. Then they're acting on normal and he got like this new butter. And let me tell you, I'm taking a AP English class, and in that class, we basically have to analyze like articles, books, advertisements, right? That class has taken over my life. That teacher has taken over my life that literally I'm analyzing books that I'm reading for my enjoyment, not even for school. He got like this new butter. He says it might cost almost twice as much as regular butter, but once you try it, you will never be able to eat normal butter again. And this will become your normal butter. So I'm like, is this really about butter? Are we being for real? Is this really about butter? It's like, okay, to make you guys understand better, I don't know if you like are on TikTok that much, but there's like TikToks where it's like, oh, like I've always liked this one mascara and always go back to it, like never change it. And then it's like, this isn't about mascara. Like that's literally what this is about. This isn't about butter. And I wrote that. I put, this isn't about butter, ... Yeah, Sam is just freaking out. I feel so bad for him. But then he decides to like call off the engagement. Like they're broken up and he's like, I want you to be free. And if you want him, you'll go to him. If you want me, you'll come back to me. And honestly, I think that's the best idea for her. Because if she does stay with Sam, he's obviously going to be like trying to keep her with him. But also she's going to start seeing Jesse. And Jesse's going to start making her want to be with him. So it's like kind of not fair to Sam. And then I highlighted in blue where she's thinking, it breaks my heart to be loved like this. To be loved so purely that I'm capable of breaking a heart. That's just so sad. Anyway, I'm going to keep reading. I'm planning on reading up to here where it says love in Maine. So I have like 30 more pages left. And yeah, so I'm going to keep reading. So I just got to this part. So that's where I'm going to stop. But wow, it's like you literally don't know who she's gonna pick. Like you really don't know, because she's like, she's obsessed with Jesse for this 1 second, and then she's obsessed with Sam, and it's like who is she gonna pick? Like you really just don't know. But yeah, I didn't really highlight much. I think I highlighted one thing, which is where she meets up with Jesse for this like breakfast date, and he says, I miss you, Emma. I missed us. I missed your stupid eyes and your awful lips and that super annoying thing you do when you look at me like I'm the only person that's ever mattered in the history of the world. I missed your very unadorable freckles. And I put like this pink little thing because it was a lot to highlight. Yeah, so that's where I'm gonna stop for right now. Really good so far. I'm really happy with how this book is going, but I will get back to you guys when I continue reading. All my highlighters just fell. Hold on. Okay, got them. Anyway, I was just about to say that I've been kind of out and about all day. I had a kind of class today that I took, and then I went out to eat with my mom, grandma, and sister. I got myself flowers because my flowers were dying and I just loved how they looked, so I needed to get myself flowers. So yeah, I did that, but I am here to continue reading. I left off where it says Love in Maine or How to Turn Back in Time, which I'm pretty sure this is where she goes to Maine with Jesse. So this is gonna be interesting. I think I'm gonna try and read 80 pages, which is where you get to the next like section of the book here where it says Two True Loves. So I want to try and read all of this before, what time is it? But it's like 4:15. So I want to try reading it all before like 5:30. I don't know if that's a reach. I don't think that's a reach. I want to finish at 5:30 because I'm going to Santa's today with my friends. And I do want to get through with this book because I want to just finish it. But anyways, I'm going to start reading. Okay, so they're in Maine having some fun. And the last thing she says in this last chapter I read was, this is what I want. This is what I've always wanted. I will always want this. I'm thinking bye-bye, Sam. But let's keep reading. So I just started this next chapter, and I had to come back because I'm dying to know about his damn finger and how he lost it. Because why is he being so mysterious about it? Like, can you tell us? And why hasn't she asked? Like, I would ask. I'd be like, why is your finger gone? Why is it not there? Because they keep bringing it up. He has to mention it eventually. Because he keeps bringing it up, and I need to know. But anyway, I'm gonna keep reading. Wow. So they're arguing right now. Jesse and Emma. I don't really like Jesse. Like, okay, I can't even. It's hard because I haven't been stranded on an island for 3 years. He's way too angry. Like, he's like, you literally like left me. Like, you got engaged to another man. Like, you forgot about me. And she's like, I literally didn't forget you. Like, I still love you. And he's like, yeah, you loved me while you got with another man. And she's like, yes. Like, I thought you died. And then she's like, you don't know me like you know the old me. You don't know the me now. And he's like, don't say that. Like, I know you. And like how her life, she's saying like how her life now is different. She works at the bookstore. She never thought she would work at the bookstore. And she doesn't care about like writing anymore. And he's like, that's fine, I'm back, like you could go back to that, like you don't have to live this life anymore. But she's like, you don't understand, like I like this life. I'm like, I'm not just doing it because, oh, it's the only thing I could do. And then I highlighted, I did this little like blue thing here. She says, when I'm in a sad mood, do you know what I do to cheer myself up? You eat french fries and have a Diet Coke, Jesse says. Just as I say, I practice the piano. And then it says, his body deflates slightly, pulling away from me. I can see as it quickly wipes across his face that it's hard for him to reconcile my answer with who he believes that I am. And it's like, he really doesn't know her. And she was just like crying about like Sam, how she misses him and how Sam really knows her. So then it's like, okay, like maybe she's gonna pick Sam. Like, I really don't know what's gonna happen. I feel like she might pick Jesse just because we're getting so much of their relationship in the book. But honestly, like if you don't even look at that, like how the book is set up, I really don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna keep reading though. I have like 20 pages left, so yeah. Okay, I think she's made it clear. I'm not sure. But she's saying, I was afraid that loving Sam made me a bad person. I was afraid that I would pick Sam, that my heart would love Sam, that my soul would need Sam. You're not supposed to forsake a man who journeyed home to you. She's like, you're not supposed to have a life of your own, needs of your own. You're not supposed to love again. But I did. That's exactly what I did. She's telling him, I don't think I could be with you. Because he's like, if you love me, you'll be with me. And she's like, I don't think I can. And then up here at the top, it says, I don't end up with Jesse. After all of this, after all we've been through, we aren't going to grow old together. So, yeah, I have like 3 chapters left. So, I'm gonna keep going. I don't want to go to stanzas today, low-key. I want to keep reading. They finally brought up the finger. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be something cool. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, like a fish bit it off, or a shark came in the middle of the night and got my finger. He was just opening an oyster with a rock. And then it got infected, and then he had to cut off his finger. I mean, sounds painful. Like, don't get me wrong, I just thought it was gonna be like something crazy. Just need to come back and say that they mentioned that because I was honestly so curious about it. So I just finished that section. I got to here. So I think we know who she picks. They just left the cabin. They're leaving their past behind them and they're not gonna be together. Some things that I like annotated where it says, falling out of love with someone you still like feels exactly like lying in a warm bed and hearing the alarm clock. No matter how good you feel right now, you know it's time to go. And then I love how she's always comparing things. Like I said earlier in this video, when I was talking about the butter, now I'm convinced the butter wasn't about butter. Because she's done this a few times already. This is the 3rd time she did it. I have to find where she did it last time. Okay, I found it where she does it again. After the butter, she's talking about, I'm sitting in this car right now and I'm starting to think that the box has been full for the past 3.5 years. The box of like all her envelopes and stuff. I'm pretty sure that the lid is about to come off and I'm scared to see what's inside. After all, Jesse has a box too, and his is packed tighter than mine. This is not about a box, right? Then, in this last chapter that I just read in this section, it says, there are 2 tracks of footprints leading from the front door. They start out close together and veer off in different directions as our feet head for opposite sides of the car. I know those footprints will be gone soon. I know they might not make it to tonight if it keeps snowing like this, but it feels good to be able to look at something and understand it. The footprints start off together and they grow apart. I get it. It's fine. It's the truth. This is not about footprints. Like, she's done it 3 times already. My English teacher would be very proud of me analyzing this. But anyway, I have like 30 pages left of this book, but I need to stop. I need to start getting ready. Honestly, I'll probably finish later today if I'm not tired by the time I get back. It's really good. I literally have 30 pages left. I will get back to you guys whenever I read again. So, okay guys, change of plans. I got ready for Secret Santa. Santa's Enchanted Forest, and turns out I have 30 more minutes until my friend gets here. So I think I could finish. I literally only have this left. It's only 30 pages. 30 pages in 30 minutes. Let's go. Sam! He's so cute. I can't. So he just like came to the store and he was like, I have to talk to you. And she was like, I have to talk to you too. And he's like, I'm going first. And they get in the car, whatever, and he says, he's talking a little and then he says, I am right for you, Emma. What we have is, it's true love. I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. You're my soulmate. I can make you happy. I can give you the life you want. So marry me, Emma. Marry me. And then she says, oh my God, I say relief washing over me. We are so ridiculous. Let me highlight what he said because that was so cute. I can't. He says, you'll be my wife, question mark. He says, smiling wide, I don't know if I've ever felt more loved than in this moment, when the idea that I might marry a man brings that much joy to his face. That's all I want. Like, he's so excited, happy to marry her. Look, another like comparison thing. It says, a deep calm comes over me as I watch the snow-plowed streets of Acton turn to those of Concord, as the evergreens that hug the highway leading us through Lexington and Belmont turn to brick sidewalks and brownstones in Cambridge. The world feels like a mirror, and what I see in front of me is finally in perfect synchronity with what I am made of. She's literally comparing her love life to like her surroundings. He says, I was afraid I lost these freckles of yours forever. She goes, you didn't. I say, I'm here and I will do anything for you, anything, for the rest of our lives. I don't need anything from you, Sam says, just you. I just want you. Oh my god. Oh, this last page of this chapter did it for me. I'm literally just gonna read like this page because you guys, it just really got me. I don't think that true love means your only love. I think true love means loving truly, loving purely, loving wholly. Maybe if you're the kind of person who's willing to give all of yourself, the kind of person who is willing to love with all of your heart, even though you've experienced just how much it can hurt. Maybe you just get lots of true loves then. Maybe that's the gift you get for being brave. I am a woman who dares to love again. I finally love that about myself. It's messy to love after heartbreak. It's painful and it forces you to be honest with yourself about who you are. You have to work harder to find the words for your feelings because they don't fit into any prefabricated boxes. But it's worth it because look what you get. Great loves, meaningful loves, true loves. Wow. I have to write. I have to write because... wow. Wow. That was just a great book. This last chapter, it basically ends with her getting a call from Jesse. And he's like, I met someone. And he's saying like, I understand what you meant now that you didn't forget me and forget like our love. He says, I didn't get it back then. I thought choosing him meant you didn't love me. I thought because we didn't work out, it meant we were a failure or mistake. But I understand it now because I love her. I love her so much I can't see straight. But it doesn't change how I felt about you or how thankful I am to have loved you once. Like the fact that he understands it now also like satisfies me. Like he's no longer mad at her. And it's like, it's all just a happy ending. Like there's no unhappy ending or sad ending. If you haven't read it, you need to read this book. You really do. I think everyone needs to read this book in their lifetime. Honestly, let's go to my ratings and let's rate the book. And my friend just got here as I just finished. I'm rating this book 5 stars. It was so good. I cried. I annotated so much. There was nothing about this book that bothered me at all. So yeah, I think everyone should read this book. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you know when I post my next video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.